horse training this morning?
Oh, I thought he looked really awesome this morning. I'm a little apprehensive first time a horse goes out to the track, especially when you come to a place like Pimlico that's got all kinds of tents and a lot of things to look at. Sometimes they'll come out and be a little lackadaisical or whatever, but he was on the bridle. He looked really good. He had really good energy, and more importantly, he's moving really good. He's looking really smooth. So all those are very encouraging signs.
Did he gallop pretty good, or did
He galloped. He did what we call a jog one, gallop one. The way that the track's configured where you come on the track, it's kind of hard to do like a standard 1.5-mile gallop, so we'll probably just do that every day where he jogs all the way to the wire and then gallops to the wire.
I would imagine you guys have to be fired up that the horse looks like it does now, and coming into a race like this for the field where you get a good, honest crack at the other horses.
I think that's the thing that we're most excited about is that we really think a lot of Always Dreaming. We think he's a super talented horse. We really respect the connections, and we always have. But we're bringing a horse that has a legit chance to beat him, and I think what we're hoping for everybody, for all fans and everybody included, that they both get fair trips, they both are eyeing each other at the quarter pole, and then they can sort it out down the lane.
And it seems like the Preakness has a history of that with the one gate and the way things line up.
It's just it's a much I don't know how to describe it. It's always a fairer race. You don't have 20 horses. You don't have a bunch of horses that don't belong in the race. The Derby's a Derby. It's always going to be a super tough race to win because it's such a crowded race. But things get sorted out a little bit more now here in the Preakness.
He had this horrific start in the Derby. Just talk about you watching it and what your reaction was at that point.
Honestly, we watched it from the paddock on a big TV, and I knew that he had a troubled start. I don't think we appreciated how difficult the start was until we went back and watched the replay the next few days. When you have a start like that, even if it's minor and you get compromised going into the first turn and you're shuffled back in a race like the Derby, it's going into the first turn, it's so paramount to have a good position going into the first turn, and he was compromised. And then you do things that you don't want to do, like have a wide trip coming off the turn and so forth. So, we know he was compromised. We know that he ran a really good race. He's got a lot more people who respect him now, and hopefully on Saturday even more people will respect him.
Always Dreaming has an easy early lead down the backstretch, and he's getting everything his own way. Would you want to see your horse maybe move a little early to challenge?
I that's not the way I envision it. I envision it us either depending on the post position draw, whether he's drawing inside or outside of us. I don't know, but Always Dreaming will not be that far away from us, so there won't be an easy lead. It won't be like that. We're going to be sitting right off of him regardless, or he's going to be right off of us, and I can imagine it will be a showdown early.
I'm sure you've been asked this a lot, but how long did it take you to get over what happened at Churchill?
No, honestly, with the Derby's a race that we always want to win. It's number one on our bucket list, but we haven't really dwelled on it. We knew that our horse ran well and that there was other big races to go after, and this one was the first one on our list, obviously, and that's all it's been about. It's been basically getting the horse ready for this race, having him be happy and healthy as possible for this race, and go from there.
And how's everything with his eye?
Everything about him physically is perfect. Truthfully, I think he's doing better than ever. I'm not just saying it's cliche and it's corny, but I really do think he's doing better than ever. I've loved how aggressive he's been in the morning, and all signs are showing that he's going to run a really good race on Saturday.